Hey guys, Sebbies is back. I do hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I will be showing you how to do a chainless foundation. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so what is a chainless foundation? Well, with a lot of patterns, you often have to do the chain stitch. So say you want to make an afghan. The traditional way, to my knowledge, is that you would chain how many ever stitches, which corresponds to how wide you want the afghan to be, and that's just an example. And then you would go back and work double crochets or single crochets or half double crochets, whatever stitch you're using, you would work that stitch into the chains that you just created. It's a very awkward sort of row, and it's kind of annoying because you don't have much of a foundation to hold on to while you're trying to create those new stitches and build upon them. So the chainless foundation is a very cool way to sort of bypass that nuisance of having to crochet back into those chain stitches, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do it. So let's get to it. Alright, so let's get started. I'm just using regular yarn, and I will be using a size I USA crochet hook. I'm going to start with the slip knot. If you don't know how to make a slip knot, and what I'm doing right now isn't clear or enough of a tutorial for you, feel free to check out my How to Crochet a Dreadlock Tam Part 2 video, learning the slip knot and the chain stitch. Alright, insert my hook, get my yarn situated, and now I'm just going to I'm going to chain 3. So create 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I have 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to go into this first chain that I made, and I'm going to go into the first loop and also that little mini back loop like that. Yarn over, and I'm going to pull that yarn through to the front like that. Yarn over, go through 1. That is what creates the chain that I'm going to go into to create the next stitch. And now I'm going to do my regular double crochet. Notice I have 1, 2, 3 loops on my crochet hook now, so I'll yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2. So right now I have 2 double crochets. You might be thinking, how do you have 2 double crochets? You only made 1 stitch. Well, at the beginning when I chained 3, the 2 chains that are remaining, remember I chained 1, 2, 3. And I went back into that first chain. So I have 2 chains left. That counts as a double crochet. So I have the chain 2 here, which is a double crochet, and then I have the double crochet that I actually just made. Now remember that I have to go into the base here. That first chain stitch, that's where I need to go to start my next double crochet. So yarn over, and I'm going to go into that base just like before, and I'm going through 2 loops, right? Yarn over, pull through to the front just like before, and now we're going to create our chain stitch once again for the next stitch. So yarn over, go through 1. Okay, so that's going to be the chain stitch. That's where I'm going to go into for the next stitch, so remember that. And then regular double crochet, yarn over, go through 1, 2, yarn over, go through 1, 2. Okay. Alright, so now I have 3 double crochets. The first chain 2, the one that I made before, and now the one that I just made. Let's continue. Yarn over, go into the base. That was that chain, remember, that I did? I told you to remember that. So I'm going to go into it, to the back, like that. Yarn over, pull that yarn through to the front. Alright, yarn over, let's create the chain stitch for the next stitch. So yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And you'll see that this is starting to expand horizontally. Okay? So just keep repeating that process. You see these, essentially there's the chain stitch that you're doing while you're also creating the double crochets. Alright, so I'm going to do a few more and then I'll check back in with you. Alright, so I've done a few more and I'm just going to show you a couple more just to make sure you got it. Alright, so I'm going to yarn over. I want to go into the chain stitch that I created when I was making the other double crochet. Okay, so I go in at the base like that. I yarn over, pull through 2. Alright, at this point, I just want to emphasize this. See these chains? I'm about to create the chain stitch. So I yarn over and I go through 1. That is where I'm going to put the needle to begin the next stitch. So now that I've created the chain stitch for the next stitch, now that I've gotten that out of the way, I can continue on with my double crochet. So yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and I left my thumb there, yarn over, so I can see once again where I'm going to go. Move my thumb now, and I'm going to go into that chain. Front and the back loop. Yarn over, pull it through to the front. Let's create the chain stitch again for the next stitch. Always thinking ahead. Go through 1. Alright, that's where I'm going to go for the next stitch. Now I create my double crochet, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, and as you see, it's expanding, it's getting wider, it's getting longer horizontally. And this, my friends, is how you do the double crochet chainless foundation. Okay, so this is going to be important. I want to show you the stitch in advance so you have some time to work on it, because I'm going to be showing you how to make a hoodie as well as a neck warmer that's going to utilize the stitch. Okay, it's going to be pretty much the first thing that you have to do when starting that project. And oh, you're wondering what the hoodie is going to look like? Well, I made one yesterday, and yeah, pretty much this is the neck warmer part of it. Here are the drawstrings, and then here's the hoodie. Okay, a side view of it would be this. So that's the hood, the strings, and the neck warmer part. So I made this for my mom. I can't wait to give it to her. But to start this project, you're gonna have to know how to do this simple chainless foundation. For this project, you're gonna need chunky yarn. Okay, so just try to find, yeah, like this says chunky. You see, it's when you compare it to the yarn that I just used, see how it's thicker. Okay, like this, see how it's much thicker than that, than the yarn I'm using. And also you're gonna need a size 10 millimeter crochet hook for it, so you can make it nice and thick and warm and all that. So hopefully you have enjoyed this tutorial, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.